Hello, my name is Aileen Rahman, and today I will be speaking about nonverbal communication. In order for someone to control how they use nonverbal gestures, they need to know what nonverbal communication is and what it can mean to an audience when used in a certain way. My first point today is what is nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communication is anything that is done without speaking. The way you move, the way you look, the way you sound. So let's say I'm giving a speech today like now, and I just start slumping against the wall, and I'm talking to y'all. And I'm looking away, and nothing I'm saying to y'all seems very interested. I don't seem like I'm very paying attention to y'all. What would y'all assume? You would assume that I didn't care about what I'm talking about. You would think that I'm bored or agitated. And sometimes the things that you do represents what you speak about more than what you're actually saying. So, for example, there are a few different examples of nonverbal communication. Forward lean. Sometimes when you forward lean with somebody, you're talking to them. In a moderate form, it would mean friendliness, but in exaggerated form, it could mean hostility. Same way with smiling. In moderate form, it's friendly. In the other form, when you're like looking weird, it could mean a hostility type of view. One other thing is voice. Nervousness. Speaking low. It could mean you're very shy, timid, anxious, or insecure. And then when you're speaking really loud or just going about your day like you just don't care, it can mean anger. You can easily be speaking about, I'm having a great day, but it doesn't sound like you're having a great day. Your voice makes it seem as if you're not really speaking the truth. And a lot of people can look at that and tell exactly what that means. They go over your nonverbal gestures more than they take care of your verbal gestures. Another state. There are a few ways to actually practice your nonverbal gestures so that they correspond with what you're actually talking about. Practicing a few techniques can actually help. So, the first thing I want to talk about is Matthew Sicily. He says that the way you look means a lot more than anything. And he had a poem and it says, comb your hair and brush your teeth, shine your shoes, hide your feet. Get dressed in a stylish sense because you got to look good for your audience. So the way you look when you present a speech, that automatically shows people how you may know your knowledge and how you might not know anything. So if I came in here with sweatpants and a white t-shirt on, and I'm looking just casual, but I want to talk about something professional, people are less likely to believe what you're talking about. But if I came here with a business suit, if I was a man, a tie, I'm more credible. Your gestures mean a lot. Even right now, as an example, I purposely move my hands as a way to speak. A lot of people will take that as a way of trying to get my point across to people. Could it be good or could it be bad? It just depends on the audience. Everything you do, the way you move, presents what you want to show to people. Furthermore, practice makes perfect. The more you know, the easier it is to actually do your presentation and present the nonverbal communication to others. If you haven't practiced at all, you're less likely to get your point across. Less practice, you're going to be timid. You're going to be anxious. You might grab onto your thing, put your hands in your pockets, shake. All that shows nervousness. And people are going to look at that more than if you're talking to them. Another example, before giving a speech, you need to actually have somebody come in front of you and sit down and practice with them. Let them hear you speak. Let them critique you and just tell you what's good and bad, and take those critiques and better your speech. Because in order for you to get better and understand what you're doing while talking can help you a lot more. A final thing, saying using and just like I did, can also maybe tell people that you might not be as ready to give a speech, or trying to pause to get your point across. All these things are nonverbal communication. They're important because a lot of times when you're going in front of a big crowd, the nervousness that you have can show. When you're scared, when you're happy, everything can show. And people actually believe that nonverbal communication is more important than verbal communication, period. It shows a lot more about what you know compared to what you're talking about. What you need to remember lastly is that nonverbal communication is important. It can be managed if practiced, and if you actually control what you're doing, watch what you're doing, you can better yourself, have your nonverbal communication correspond with your verbal communication. Thank you. So right now, you can just ask questions, I guess. What would you like to know about nonverbal communication, or anything you felt?
I had a question about you said that when you do the tone of your voice, although that's verbal, how is that still non-verbal communication?
Because it's not words that's being spoken. You're not speaking a tone of voice. You're sounding the way you're speaking. So in a sense, you can't. If you're yelling at, like if you're just making noises like ah, oh, that's not words. So that's why it's nonverbal. Any other questions?
Have a question?
Okay, thank you.